Hello again. In the position in front of us, you wouldn't think there'd be much play left, given the minimal material on the board, but anyone who would take that view would be mistaken. What exactly is going on here? Well, the position before Black's last move was this, and Black quite rightly pushed on, and he's threatening to queen the pawn, and White cannot stop it this way. Now, the obvious move, of course, is to play rook b6 check and pick up the pawn. But before we get to that, let's just have a look at this. Supposing after this, Black goes here. Now, White could go here, threatening checkmate. So the pawn would queen. We'd play here. Black would play here. Take back. King to here. King to here. Pawn on. King to here. Pawn on. And that is a draw, because after this the only move to hold on to the rook's pawn, it's stalemate. So that would achieve nothing. Now, anyone watching this would probably think, well, why didn't he just take the pawn off? Well, this is back to the original position where Black has played b3 to b2. We put him in check and we go here. Yes, why not take the pawn off? Because that is also stalemate, and that is Black's strategy to pull White into a stalemate position. So let's put it back at the original position again for a moment, which is that after b2. Now clearly after this and to here, White trying to bring his king around would do no good, because Black will simply queen the pawn, give check, and it's a winning game for Black. So that is not an option. So what else in this starting position does White have? Is there anything else at all that you can see? Well, what about if he plays for time here? He's not threatening mate because Black has a flight square at the moment. So quite rightly, the only move otherwise would be for White to come here and stop Black from queening. So he takes full advantage of the fact that he cannot be stopped. So let's put a queen on there. Now, White's idea here is to play check. And what he's wanting Black to do is to take like this. And if you remember the piece of analysis that we've just looked at with the rook's pawn, he converts the rook's pawn into a knight's pawn. Now, does this secure a win for White or not? Well, let's just have a look at this. If he goes here, if he pushes the pawn on, king here, it's a stalemate. So he has to go back. Now we have to be very careful as Black here. We play like this. He goes here, there. Has to go back. You go back this way. You go here, goes here. And as can be seen, it's just a case of keep repeating moves. Should he push the pawn on, then we effectively have a repeat performance, and it's a stalemate. So none of that is any good. So it still doesn't work for White, but it's trying to lull Black into a false sense of security. So let's put it back to the original position. Do this, queen the pawn, and go check. Now, instead of taking here, does Black have anything else? Well, he does. All that he needs to do is to go there. And again, stalemate. But what is very interesting in this position is that White can say, well, we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to do something amazing. We're going to say check. Surely he's lost a rook. Well, just have a look at it. Stalemate. equally, after the rook goes to b8, take with the king. Stalemate again. So as can be seen, it does end in a draw. It's a forced draw really, there's no doubt about that. It's an amazing position and an amazing conclusion, but it demonstrates that there is an abundance of play in what looks like a very simple position. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye for now.